Howdy, you're watching My Top 11. This is part of Inxs. They've sold 30 million albums. They've had 33 hits. They've chased or tried to look for a new singer for 8 years, and they took out the most expensive singer wanted ad in the history of the world, didn't they? By doing Rockstar Inxs. Welcome to the country. Welcome to JD. Welcome to the country.
Yeah, right. Thanks,
Tim and Kirk are here. Do you? Oh, this question's for you two.
Yeah, mate.
Do you feel like a band?
Absolutely. We feel like such a band. It's not funny because you know when you're just flying around the world and you're just continuously doing press and promotion, gigs here and there and that, and then you get in the van together and you just cannot stop laughing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's been like.
That's what a band's like, yeah. And do you feel like you're part of a band? It must be hard being the new boy.
Well, yeah, I'm still kind of going through the initiation ceremonies, but it's not hard at all, to be honest with you, man. It's like really welcoming. It's like being finally accepted in my life. I've always been sort of an outcast and a freaky kind of guy and whatever. I never got along with very many people artistically, and man, I found my family.
Yeah, well, that's good. And have you actually been in a band before?
Yeah.
Like
I was in a progressive punk band called Juice for a while, and I started my first band when I was 13. It was a rock and roll band called Bad Habit, and then went on to like a metal band, and so I've been, I was in a jazz band. I did a whole bunch of stuff, and I always kept coming back to my roots, which is just good old rock and roll with a really strong dance beat and a melody, and that's what I grew up on.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of songs to get through today, and great songs. Rock the Casbah is first. Who chose that?
Moi.
Jointly, yeah. You wrestled over the list.
Look, I think most of us have been severely influenced by The Clash, and I mean, right from the very first time we ever went to America, in 1983, we played this festival called the US Festival, and it was 250,000 people there the day we played, and that was the Clash day because they headlined. And the Divinals actually played as well on the same. That was right before us, in fact. And anyway, so I've seen them live 7 times. I've seen them in Paris. I've seen them in London. I've seen them here in Sydney. And they did that thing, the Magnificent Seven, in Capitol Theatre, about 3 of the times. And I just love this video. I just love the curly guitar leads going through the desert and the
armadillos.
The armadillos.
And Jews and Arabs together. It was very
kind of, and the Jets. It's so, I don't know, powerful.
Clash.
I just love it.
It is. It's a clash. Here it is. Rock the Casbah. The Clash, Rock the Casbah. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to dedicate that to Joe Strummer.
Fair enough too. Now, just asking you if you feel like a band. Well, you've got this album now, Switch, and the title must mean a lot of things. Well, I'm assuming, because there's a lot of things have changed in the band's career, and I'm assuming Switch is about that. Who wants to...
That was kind of the reason, why we kind of went with it. Andrew came up with the idea. He reckons he just was, I think, in his hotel room or whatever, and he just sort of, this light switch just suddenly took him like a vision,
But it was because it was like one of those American ones, and Up is on.
Yeah, Up is on, and it sort of looked like, a bit phallic kind of thing, and so that's kind of where it came from. But and it did. I guess in essence we kind of thought, it's kind of apt because we've switched lots of things, record companies, and we've got a new singer, and it just seemed apt.
Yeah, it's a great title, and sort of conducive to the other titles of your albums too.
Yeah, I guess
like
that's true.
Kick It, which would have been very, very hard to come up with it.
That's true.
Okay, so your next choice is Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart. Who was that?
That was my fault. It's funny, I don't know why I came up with that. Was the first video I thought of, or first song, mainly because it was just a really interesting era musically, and that song in particular I think was really groundbreaking as far as musically, and the tragedy of him as well, committing suicide. For some reason when we were asked to do that just came to me. But I love the song. It's just really moody and maybe a tad depressing, but anyway.
But he's an incredible drummer, that guy. He's one of the most underrated. He's like a dance drummer.
Yeah.
But that's one of the strange.
Well, they, of course, went on to do, great dance stuff after he died, and with New Order and whatever. So they really were a very influential band, in the history of music.
And Michael Hutchence loved it too.
There we go. Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart. You're watching My Top 11. I'm here with Inxs, and JD is your new singer, as we know, from Rockstar Inxs. What does JD bring to the band?
A lot of humour.
Yeah, it's like exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's all that matters, really.
Yeah.
A lot of love. Awesome talent.
Yeah. A lot of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You know, which is really...
But you guys must have done a lot of clips, and it'd be nice, I guess, having someone new on the block.
It is. It's really
Very refreshing.
Great energy, and it wears off on you. You know, it rubs off on you.
Yeah.
But,
You guys look younger, I've noticed, since the last time I see you.
We're sucking it out of
You're
you.
sucking it out of you.
Sucking the life out of you.
You look 10 years older than you did on telly, and you guys look younger. This Dorian Gray thing going on here.
It's just been a long
Sucking
day.
it out of you.
It's been a
No,
fun
I'm
day.
joking.
After a long flight.
You look like 12.
What?
Now listen,
What's that, Shani?
you've chosen Sex Pistols first.
Yeah.
Tell me about this.
Well, I just think it's, it's badass. And, it's one of those videos that, you can watch it and it's just as grainy as the song. And I love it. That's why I love it.
Say nothing else.
Yeah.
That's perfect. God save the Queen.